He raised his glass, white teeth glistening under chandeliers worth more than my annual salary. At least, that's what he believed. "Everyone," Dr. James boomed, hand resting on my shoulder like possession, not pride, "meet my son-in-law. He teaches preschool, basically babysitting." Laughter rolled like a wave. Polite, cruel, dismissing. I felt their eyes, surgical, evaluative, cutting through my suit, my worth, my dignity. My wife, Claire, smiled along, delicate, perfect, as if she had forgotten the night she begged me to help her pay medical school tuition. I held my wineglass steady, calm surface, tidal rage underneath. I scanned the ballroom, 320 guests, diamonds like frost, egos inflated enough to float, cameras flashing. I memorized every smirk, every raised brow, every whisper. A voice at the mic cleared, sharp, disruptive. "Interesting introduction, Dr. James," the Harper Foundation chairwoman said, gaze drifting to me with recognition, a slow smile forming. "Perhaps you should let me tell everyone who your son-in-law really is." Silence. My heart beat once, hard. She continued. "The youngest research consultant we ever hired, the man whose literacy program now runs in 4 countries, funded by us. The author of Mind Before Money, the book your own board recommended last month. The man earning 3 times the average surgeon." Her eyes didn't leave mine. "Tell me, who's babysitting who?" Gasps, whispers, wine glasses paused mid-air. I watched Dr. James' smile collapse, not loudly, quietly, beautifully. My wife's fingers dug into my arm. Shock, not pride, fear. Because she knew what came next. This wasn't about a title. It was the beginning. It started months earlier. A phone call, 2 a.m. Claire whispering in the hallway, thinking I slept. The kind of whisper people use when saying things they shouldn't, when hiding. "I'll tell him when the time is right. Not now. He's fragile." Fragile, like I was porcelain, not flesh. After that, she guarded her phone like a heartbeat. Showers with the door locked. Business trips extended without warning. Smiles that didn't reach her eyes. But she still kissed me goodnight, still held my hand in public, still introduced me as the sweet one. At dinner, she laughed too loud at messages she forgot to show me. Her father's arrogance doubled, the medical clan raising her like royalty, while I graded finger-painted alphabets and taught small hands how to hold pencils. Teaching wasn't glamorous, but it mattered. People like them couldn't see value without a price tag. Then Thanksgiving came. Her mother called, "If you want to join, come early and wash the dishes." All of them. The insult wasn't in the chore, it was in the tone. The implication, I was help, not family. I said nothing. Silence cuts deeper than words. Instead, I sent a single picture to the family WhatsApp chat. Me, on the balcony. Snow-covered Swiss Alps behind me. Villa lights golden. Serenity expensive. Their replies never came. Their calls did. 71. I let everyone ring. Something inside me cracked. Not loudly, quietly. I needed to know the truth. Not about career, respect, no. About her, about us. I played the loving husband, gentle, predictable, invisible. That's how hunters move when the prey believes it is safe. I watched her phone reflection in window glass, memorized numbers that appeared too often. I followed her digital footprints, email recoveries, cloud syncing she didn't know linked to our shared tablet, photos stored in hidden folders labeled recipes. There were no recipes. There was a man. Dr. Morgan, her colleague, smiling beside her in a hotel lobby, hand lower on her back than friendship allowed. I didn't react. I saved the images, backed up chats, extracted call logs. Cold, systematic. At night, she slept facing the wall. I traced the curve of her spine with my eyes, not my hand. She didn't turn, not once. I began working on something else, too. The Gala invitation arrived, gold embossed, formal, exclusive. The same night, I received the final piece of proof, a DNA test. Not hers, our daughter's, not mine. I stared at the result until the words blurred, but my mind, razor sharp, clean, no rage, no screaming, just silence. I folded the document, slid it into my inner pocket, next to the Gala invitation. The storm would not be loud. It would be precise. After the Harper chair finished praising me, the room shifted. Conversations recalibrated. Faces softened. Respect replaced ridicule like paint over rot. Dr. James stuttered, attempting recovery. I wasn't aware, I said calmly, voice steady enough to slice glass. I reached into my jacket, pulling out the envelope, a small gesture, a loaded gun. I handed it to Claire. Her eyes skimmed the page. Color drained from her cheeks like wine spilled slowly across marble. "No," she whispered, voice cracking. "Please, not here." Perfect. I leaned closer, soft enough only she could hear. I know about Morgan, about the trips, the lies. And now, I exhaled, measured. I know she's not mine. She trembled. Hands shook. Tears welled. Not guilt, fear. Because she finally realized I hadn't come to beg. I came prepared. Her father snatched the papers, read them, face wrinkling into disbelief, anger, shame. Guests eyed us, hush spreading like infection. Claire reached for my hand. I stepped back. She froze. Connection severed. I lifted the mic, calm, controlled. "You introduced me as a babysitter," I said, "so let me introduce myself properly." I listed my accomplishments coldly, not to boast, to burn. My foundation funded last year's pediatric unit you accepted under anonymous donation. My literacy program saved this hospital from a lawsuit when your dropout rate spiked. I didn't need credit, but ridicule? I paused. That I don't tolerate. Gasps. Eyes widened. The room held its breath. I looked at Claire, not with hatred, worse, indifference. "You wanted status," I said softly. "You chose it over truth, over us." I glanced at the DNA paper. Over her. Her knees buckled. Her father reached to steady her. She flinched. I handed the mic back and walked away. No shouting, no chaos, just the quiet sound of collapse. Behind me I heard tears, pleas, my name. I didn't turn. I left the ballroom into winter air sharp enough to cleanse bones. Snow fell, slow and soundless. Each step felt like shedding skin. 3 days later, lawyers delivered divorce papers. Assets protected. Custody irrelevant. I withdrew funding from the hospital. Their board scrambled like ants under broken glass. Claire sent messages, voicemails, begged for forgiveness, for another chance. I never replied. I sat again in my Swiss villa, fire warm, mountains quiet. No noise, no expectations. Just peace earned through truth. People think revenge is fire, but mine was snow, cold, silent, absolute. And as I watched the world outside disappear under white, I whispered the final line she would never hear. Some lessons aren't taught in classrooms. Some are learned the moment you lose the man who was willing to teach.